Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief. And guess what? You're watching.
Funny old guys.
Yeah, could you spare that waving, homeless Charlie? Good Lordy. He did it with one hand.
I just
Yeah.
I just read a pun this morning about waving. It was a quote from Jimmy Carter, and he goes, you know, I see how much better I'm appreciated now since I left the presidency. People wave to me now using all of their fingers.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one. Folks, what this is a joke-a-thon. If you've been with us for the past couple of years, you know that we are hysterically funny and humble at the same time. So we're going to tell joke after joke after joke. But first of all, Dr. Fatpacker, say hello.
Well, guten Tag, everybody. So nice to have you with us today. I really want to mention that we are very funny, just in case you missed that part. Yeah.
And below me is homeless Charlie. It looks like he's in a fog or are you outside or inside?
I'm not sure.
Say hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, good. Let's start. Dr. Fatpacker, you get the first joke.
Oh, well, I have three, they'll call them dad jokes for you. Okay, so it's question and answer. So let me tell you the question. What do sea monsters eat for dinner?
What do they eat for dinner?
Fish and ships. All right. Why are ghosts bad liars? Yeah.
Why are they?
Because you can see right through them.
Oh,
Why did the queen go to the dentist?
why did the queen go to the dentist? I don't know.
Yeah, she wanted to get crowns on her teeth.
Get crowns on her teeth. Get it, Charlie.
I don't know if he wants it.
Charlie, it's your turn.
Woo!
Hello.
Is it my turn? Well, okay, I'll tell you what. I missed a few of these meetings,
Yeah.
and so I'm gonna tell you a joke that it's longer than usual, but I'll go fast. A taxi cab picks up a nun, and the nun notices that the very handsome cab driver won't stop staring. And the nun asks him, why is he staring? He says, well, I've got a question to ask, but I don't want to offend you. I've always had a fantasy of having a nun kiss me. Well, let's see. Number one, you have to be single. Number two, you have to be Catholic. He says, well, I'm single and I'm Catholic. Okay, the nun says, pull into the next alley. And the nun fulfills his fantasy. But when they get back on the road, the cab driver starts crying. And she says, my dear child, why are you crying? And he says, well, forgive me, but I've sinned. I lied and I must confess. I'm married and I'm Jewish. And the nun says, well, that's okay. My name is Kevin and I'm on my way to a Halloween party.
Oh, you talk about sinning. Oh my goodness. Well, a friend of mine, he's a black fellow where I live, and another friend of mine, he's Chinese. Well, funny thing, they paired up and they're opening a new restaurant that's going to have like a double menu of soul food and Oriental cuisine. Guess what they're
Ooh,
going to call it?
pray tell.
They're going to call the new restaurant Uncle Tom's Dragon. That's what they're going to call it. Dr.
Oh my.
Fatpack.
Now, look at during one of my patients' 2-week follow-up appointment, he told me that he was having trouble with one of his medications. And I said, well, which one? When he said the patch, I said, the nurse told me to put on a new one every 6 hours, and now I'm running out of places to put it. I had him quickly undressed and discovered that he had over 50 patches on his body. So now the instructions include removal of the old patch before applying the new one.
That is a brilliant suggestion. Almost Charlie.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, one day, a priest, a rabbi, and a minister walk into a bar.
Mm.
Oh,
Bartender says,
wonderful.
the bartender says, "What is this? Some kind of a joke?"
Oh, well, here's a news flash.
Oh,
And I'm not sure exactly where this is going, but the other day, true story, on national television, a fellow was arrested at the Mexican border coming into the United States, and he was trying to smuggle in 3 baby pythons in his pants. Now,
oh.
this is a G-rated show, folks, but you can just imagine the Customs and Border guy being treated to the crotch movements on this true story of this idiot with 3 baby pythons. Now his girlfriend on the other side is thrilled. Dr. Fatpacker.
But anyways, the police found this dead man in the street. He was immaculately dressed.
Wow.
He dressed in a black tail suit. He had patent leather shoes, top hat, bow tie, and very dead. So the patrolman asked people around there, how'd he get here? When somebody said he threw himself off the roof. And he said, does anybody know the man? Well, one of the observers said, I do. So the police asked him, what religion is he? And he goes, none at all. He's an atheist. When the policeman looked at him, and he goes, what a shame. All dressed up and nowhere to go.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Almost Charlie.
Well, I saw this house one time and they had two TV antennas on the same roof.
Oh.
And what happened is they fell in love and they got married. And the ceremony was rubbish, but the reception was great.
Oh. Well, unknown to you guys, I met at one of these conventions for old TV movies and so on. I know you have one down in where you live there, Charlie. But this one, I met the grandson of Tarzan. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And
Tarzan?
well, I Tarzan's grandson. I should have got an approval from you guys ahead of time, but I invited him to be on the show.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh.
He's calling in right now. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. you can't make it? Well, maybe next month or so. Okay. Goodbye there, buddy. Goodbye.
Oh my goodness. So anyways,
go ahead.
This elderly couple was attending the church services. About halfway through, the woman leaned over to her husband and says, I just let out a silent fart. What do you think I should do? When he says, put a new battery in your hearing aid.
Oh, you're talking fart. Can we say fart? Oh, we can say fart.
Yeah.
Homeless Charlie, it's your turn. I think we're getting near the end here. Oh, you have the last one.
The last one.
Make it a good one.
Here in town, speaking of batteries, the police arrested a couple of kids yesterday, and one was drinking battery acid, and the other was eating fireworks. So they charged one and let the other one off.
Oh. Anyway, we're done, but we're not done because we have a point of conversation just between the three of us that you'll find stimulating and creative, I hope. Go for it.
Oh, anyway, so listen to this. You're at a store shopping when this woman comes up to you when she embraces you and says, how you doing? Now, you haven't seen her in years, you think, but you don't remember her name or where you met her. How would you respond, homeless Charlie?
Well, it's funny or coincidental, something like that. I go to Walmart occasionally. And of course, you see a lot of people there, and it happened to me, just happened to me yesterday, where this very, very attractive woman, in her 60s or 70s, she came up to me and looked at me and said hi, and she gave me a big hug. And I looked at her and I said, God, I don't know who it is. So I left. Later on, I got in my car and I realized it was my sister.
Oh, you're talking.
That's what age will do to you.
That's what age.
I guess
will do for you.
so.
Oh my Lord.
And how about you, Comedy Thief? What would happen? What would you do for this?
Well, because she embraced me, what I would do, I'd take her in my arms and I'd lean over and I'd put a big juicy kiss right on her lips.
Oh,
Ooh.
And then I would say to her, gosh, I sure hope you're not going to a Halloween party.
Nice segue. That's good. That's
Well,
good.
thank you. What would you do?
Well, that happened to me the same way it happened to homeless Charlie, when this woman comes up to me, very nice. She was about my age. When she just did the same thing, gave me this hug and that. And I said, I'm sorry, but I don't remember you. And she says to me, are you kidding? We graduated together. And I said, really? She goes, well, you probably know me as Frank.
No, well, at least you didn't kiss her.
No.
Anyway, we're done. We're out of here. We're so glad that you joined us today. Oh, wait. Silly me.
Yes.
I forgot. We invite a famous celebrity to be on our very next video. And Dr. Fatpacker, who should we invite to be on our next celebrity video?
Oh, I think that would be wonderful. I saw this movie the other day. The guy who was in it was Groucho Marx. And I thought he would be so funny on our show.
He would be perfect. So Groucho, with all your many
old,
brothers, we want you to be on our very next video.
Excuse me?
And
Still around?
check in.
This is close.
What?
Is he still around?
Excuse me.
Is he still around?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't check that.
What do you,
I saw the movie. I thought, ooh, it
what
was
are you
black
saying
and
there, Charlie?
white.
He'd be pretty old, wouldn't he?
Well, I don't know. Is he still
Oh
with us?
no! I just looked him up. He's passed away.
Wait a
Oh.
minute. You mean he's dead?
Jawohl!
Oh, then
Oh,
we can't invite him. Who do we know named Groucho? And the answer is nobody. Who do you know named Marx?
Carl. No, he's dead too.
Cuban. Mark Cuban.
Who's that
Cuban.
swimmer? That Mark guy.
Mark Plummer? No.
Never mind. We're going to invite nobody because it's way too confusing and we don't know anybody named Groucho except Groucho. So anyway, this is a Comedy Thief saying goodbye and farewell. We steal everything that you see and hear on our show today. So I'm going to pass it along. I'll say goodbye. Pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his goodbye and his farewell.
Well, auf Wiedersehen, everybody. Thanks for watching us. Oh, by the way, before you go, if you could go down to the bottom and subscribe. You just need to do it once, but I wanted you to remember that. Oh, and let's say you have some friends that you want to make sure they see our funny old guys. You can send us an email at funnyoldguys@gmail.com, and we will send you these fancy dancy business cards. Yeah, it has our YouTube address on it. You send them to your friends, and everybody could watch and laugh together. We could have some...
Oh, and Homeless Charlie, say goodbye and farewell to the boys and girls in Videoland.
Ooh.
Hey, goodbye and farewell to the boys and girls in Videoland.
That's it. So everybody wave goodbye.
Hey.
Everybody wave goodbye. We're out of here, and we'll see you all down the road.